6:46 is the time. This is a live look at Orange Beach this morning. Double red flags, the water closed. You can see why. I mean, that surf is so rough this
Boy, it
morning.
was really choppy out there, big waves, and you just can't get in the water. We don't advise it.
No, absolutely.
Do not get in the water.
All right, so we've got lots to talk about here with Laura. Laura is turning into a huge hurricane. Not necessarily size-wise, but boy, it has intensified so rapidly over the past 24 hours.
Yeah, this time yesterday it had winds of around 55, 60 miles per hour. Now it has maximum winds of 110 miles per hour. We're not too far away from the next update coming in, and based on the satellite trends, and the hurricane hunters are in there right now, it looks like Laura is still rapidly intensifying.
Right, it's a Category 2 now, could be a Category 4 before landfall, but you can just look at this and see how much better organized it gets just over the past 3 hours or so. Once it escaped the mountains of Cuba and the Yucatan and got into this open water, there's a lot of warm water out there, no wind shear. Here are the hurricane hunters. Yeah, the hurricane hunters, when they went right into the eye wall on the northeast side, they found 110 mile per hour winds. So we're going to have to wait for some adjustments there. But what we've been really looking at has been the pressure. The pressure continues to drop. From the 4 o'clock in the morning update, it was at 973. When they first went through the eye, it was 968. But as we move forward in time, it's even lower than that. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to stop this in just a moment. 961, and that is a huge drop. Yeah, that's more than 10 millibars within a span of a few hours. And anytime you see millibar drops of around 3, 4, and 5 millibars per hour, that usually signifies a rapidly intensifying hurricane. And it looks like that's very well with what we're seeing. And on the satellite, looks like that eye is continuing to try to clear out. So this is a very powerful and dangerous hurricane. Absolutely. And you can see the eye here. This is what you were just talking about, clearing out and opening up a bit. Yeah, it's opening up, and you continue to see those thunderstorms developing right around that center of circulation. It's moving through a very favorable environment right now. We were just looking at some of the water temperatures, and it's moving through some very warm water right now. It is, and there are also eddies of the Gulf Loop current out there, and that can blossom a hurricane up very quickly. So there's a lot of danger with Hurricane Laura. Even if it comes ashore as a Category 2, there's a lot of danger. Yes. But this one is likely to get stronger. So the Hurricane Center shows Category 4 in the next couple of hours, Category 3 at landfall, but that's going to be close. Yeah, it's going to be close only because as Laura approaches the coastline, there's still that upper trough that's still there, and there's a little bit of wind shear right there. So we're expecting maybe a little bit of weakening, but depending on how strong it gets within the next couple of hours will really determine what it eventually makes landfall as. All right, storm surge is going to be huge to the east of the storm. Let's go ahead and bring this up full screen so you can see the numbers a little better here. This is 1 a.m. on Thursday, so overnight tonight. They'll really start feeling the effects of this storm during the afternoon today, late afternoon into the evening, and then overnight this comes ashore. I mentioned east of the center on the side where the winds are being blown onshore and pushing water onshore, 10 to 15 feet of storm surge possible over coastal Louisiana. And then we're looking at low pressure moving through the Midwest, emerging off the east coast into the Atlantic and becoming a tropical storm once again. It's certainly a possibility. Here in our neighborhood, we've got some effects, but they're at arm's reach. They are long, far away from the actual hurricane force winds, even far away from the actual tropical storm force winds. They extend out about 175 miles from the center of Laura. We're about 300 miles away. So you still get a stiff breeze right at the coastline and a high risk of rip currents, a high surf, which you will see in just a moment, and a coastal flood advisory for tides 1 to 2 feet above normal. So it ends up being about 1 to 3 feet of water moving toward the coastline that could cause some flood issues on the west end of Dauphin Island, the Mobile Bay Causeway, and the Dauphin Island Causeway. But here's Orange Beach. Look at that. Double red flags flying, the water all the way up to the dune line. Some beach erosion is going to be happening. Now, it won't stay, the water won't stay up here by the dunes. It'll eventually recede, but it will take some of the sand with it. Fort Walton Beach is far, far away from the center of Laura, but still rough surf and double red flags. Radar is quiet, the quietest it's been pretty much all week, and we are looking at the forecast model for today, and Thomas is just telling me that the new update is in Category 3 hurricane now for Laura. Here's the forecast model for us. Just scattered showers and thunderstorms with all the tropical moisture in place. The potential is there for some downpours instead of just showers and thunderstorms. And these will move through during the evening and kind of taper during the overnight hours. Let's go ahead and check out the extended forecast. Nothing tropical here. We are just looking at the possibility of showers and thunderstorms each day, a higher than average rain chance with daytime highs near 90, overnight lows in the mid 70s.